Wiggle it out, wiggle it out. Just kind of just shake off all the weird old energy, anything that you might be holding on to. On the next inhale, left hand comes up. Feel kind of really just a lengthening in the left side body. And then on the exhale, drape it overhead. So your gaze here, play with it. Listen to your body. So you can maybe rotate your chest down. You kind of notice where you feel the stretch here. So I feel it in my back lats. And then, or you can open your heart to the sky. Notice where you feel it here. I feel it kind of more so on the front. But just kind of knowing your own body. Inhale, brings your arms together and look up in between your hands. And on the exhale, your left hand comes down by your side. Inhale, find length in your right side body. Really feel the ribs separating here. And then on the exhale, gently ground down through your left hip and drape your right arm over your head. It's like a rainbow over your head. And again, maybe playing with a little spinal twist, either rotating your chest down or up skyward. Inhale, brings you back to center. Feel your palms touch at the top and bring it down through to your heart. On the next inhale, release your hands. Your hands go to your knees. And start with your left side, but kind of swoop your chest all the way down. When you get to the right, that's where you find your inhale, and then it brings you back to center. Continue with the second part of your inhale, and then exhale, sweep it forward and down. So kind of in this clockwise motion. And then when you're ready, do the other side. So you'll dip the left shoulder down and around, and your right shoulder follows. Moving with your breath, just like we never stop breathing, we actually never stop moving in a true vinyasa. So get back to center, and now, just as gently as you can, we will meet in a tabletop position. So the center of your wrist is aligned with your outer shoulders. It's either your index finger or your middle finger parallel to each other, pointing to the short edge of the mat. Your hips are stacked over your knees. And from the base of your spine, curl it under. So you're like, if your tailbone was a hook, you want to hook it in. And then feel the articulation between each one of these bones. And your head and your neck are the last to arrive. And then moving from your head and your neck, so you tuck your chin, spread the back of your heart, and then send your hips back. Inhale, ripples your spine forward. On the exhale, shift your shoulders over your fingertips and then lower down. So your hips, your belly, your chest, your forehead hits the ground. Root down through the toenail sides of your feet. Your hands are super light. Your fingers are super light. They could flutter off the ground. Magnetize your elbows behind you. Root down through your pelvic bones. On the inhale, you find a lift here. So this is a baby Bukasana or baby cobra. Your elbows cricketed behind you. Your fingertips are super light. You're grounding down through the tops of your feet and the tops of your hips here. On the exhale, slowly lower down, forehead comes to mat. On the inhale, doing that again, but moving really slow and with intention. Rather than pushing down through the mat with your fingertips, engage your back body. Moving one vertebrae at a time. Ground to keep your mindfulness in the tops of the feet. Your gaze is forward and down. Exhale, slowly lower down, moving with your breath. On the next inhale, interlace your fingers behind you. And on the exhale, extend your fingers towards your feet. So you're really kind of opening through this front of your shoulders. You're sending heart through the gateway of your chest. Option here to lift your feet up in the air or keep them grounded, whatever feels nice to you, but make sure you're engaging the back body here. Exhale, slowly lower down. Inhale, bring your hands to the sides of your ribs. Tuck your toes under. Move through tabletop position. Bring your big toes to touch. Walk your knees out just a little bit further. Send your hips back. Forehead finds the mat. Child's pose. And you're free to come here at any point, anytime during the practice. Maybe just rocking back and forth here on the third eye center. Tap, 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 waking it up. On the next inhale, come onto your fingertips, activate your elbows. Feel that lengthening in the side body. On the exhale, walk your hands over to the right. For more sensation, maybe your left hand goes on top of your right hand. Either way, keep your left sits bones magnetizing towards your left foot. On the next inhale comes to center, and then on the exhale, walk it over to the other side. Again, option for more sensation, your right hand goes on top of your left hand, but really feel the weight of your your right sits bone, and hanging towards your right heel. Feel that opening in the right side body. Next inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, let something go. Inhale, come onto the knees, tuck your toes, lift your knees, send your hip creases back in space. Big exhale here. This is a staple in yoga. This is what we call Adho Mukha Svanasana or downward facing dog. We'll be here for 5 breaths. So just find some, maybe working out your kinks here, find some stillness today. You're grounding down with all 10 digits, rooting down through the index finger knuckles. Inhale, find an internal rotation of the upper arm bones while your hands traction forward. Your body is in an inverted V position. Your heels are heavy, hang behind your toes. Your gaze or your drishti is at the back of your mat or your navel center for Jalandhara Bandha. On the next inhale, come to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step or tippy toe all the way to the front of your mat. Big exhale. You can stand hip width distance apart if you need more stability, if you happen to be pregnant, if you're not as flexible, if this is your first time. Or you can stand big toes touching, sliver of light in between your heels, just to make sure that your knees are straight. This is forward fold, Uttanasana. So from this position, maybe you grab either elbow, just kind of swaying side to side. Shift your weight more towards in the big toe mounts. Ideally, you want your pelvis right over your heels. Uttanasana. Standing forward fold. Allow your head to hang heavy and act like a weight, opening up the entire posterior chain here. On the next inhale, release your hands. Your hands can come to your shin bones or directly under your shoulders. On the inhale, lift your torso parallel to the earth. Your gaze is forward. You're finding some length in your spine here. So imagine somebody's pulling the base of your spine and the crown of your head in different directions. So you're really finding that length, creating that space. On your exhale, slowly lower down, riding your breath all the way down. On the next inhale, bend your knees as much as you like and ragdoll yourself up through Tadasana, that anatomically neutral position, into Urdhva Hastasana, upward facing mountain. Inhale, maybe you push your hips just slightly forward. Engage your lower belly to protect your lower back here. And on the exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. bowing your head to your own fingertips, just sending out some gratitude for taking time, for doing this today, telling yourself how much you love yourself. Any positive thoughts or words here. On the next inhale, circle your arms up and overhead. On the exhale, swan dive forward, riding your breath all the way down, enjoying every sensation. On the inhale, lifting up halfway, look forward. Exhale, dropping all the way to the ground. Plant your hands, step both feet back so you're coming into a high plank. On the exhale, lower your knees, shift your shoulders over your middle fingers, and then bend your elbows 90 degrees. That's the exhale. On the inhale, glide your heart forward, untuck your toes, loop your shoulders to send your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, your head and your neck are the last things to come up. If you feel a crunch in your lower back, take it back a notch. So you don't want to ever feel pain in yoga. So your chin is parallel to the earth. This is Bukkasana. Straighten your legs, keep that mindfulness in your feet. And on the exhale, push the mat away from you, moving from your core. Send your hips up and back, and then flip over your toes. Big exhale, let something go. On your next inhale, come to your toes and ripple your spine forward. So you're shifting your shoulders over your wrist, ground down through all 10 digits. Your head and your neck are the last thing to come up. Delay the landing. Exhale. Bend your knees so your knees are almost touching the ground. Stick your butt up and back and then straighten your legs. Doing that one more time. Coming to your toes, ripple your spine forward, delay the landing. Exhale, bend your knees, stick your butt up, and then straighten your legs. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, come to your toes, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step, hop, or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, folding forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise up, riding your breath all the way up, circling your arms overhead. And then exhale, drawing your palms down through heart center. Inhale, arms go up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Taking it nice and slow. Inhale, halfway lift, look forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step both feet back. This time, option to lower your knees, level 1, or level 2, keep your knees lifted. On the exhale, you shift forward and down. So you're shaving your rib cage with your elbows. Your shoulders do not dip below your elbows. You can do Bukkasana like we did last time, or send your heart forward, send your shoulder blades down your back, push the mat away from you so the knees are lifting up off of the mat. Eyes look up, gazes up for upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And then on the exhale, from your core again, push the mat away, moving from your core. It's like you're bringing the bottom of the mat towards the front, and then flip over your toes. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big exhales here. We'll do this one more time. On the inhale, lift your lift your heels. Come on to your toes. And ripple your spine forward. Exhale, lowers you halfway down. Inhale, your version, Bukkasana or Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Come to your toes, bend your knees, cross your legs, sit behind your feet. Well, that, my friends, was Surya Namaskar A, so the first sun salutation series. So join me next time and see you later. Bye.